can't suck toes. I can maybe masturbate on a foot. I don't know.
Like with a foot or on a foot?
For sure on. I mean, my feet won't reach.
Welcome to The Guys Review, where we review
So
media,
you've never gotten a foot job?
products, and experiences.
Jesus Christ.
Wait.
Here comes the
This is
story.
going to be nasty, but I got to tell it anyways.
Oh, my God.
I thought I maybe told this before, but I don't know. But I actually towed somebody once.
What?
My big toe.
You hooked him in the front butt?
No, it was a female back in the day.
Yes, but
right
in the
in
front
there.
butt, yeah.
I was
But why?
I was like young. I was like probably 17 or so, and I was like, I wonder what it feels like. So I went, bloop, put my toe in there.
And this girl didn't care that she got athlete's foot in her crotch.
To be fair, on her side, my toe is big, and it's probably bigger than It's a pretty big toe.
She
I got.
actually felt that.
May have.
I'm questioning all my decisions that led to this point right now that I had to hear that story. Just like that girl is probably questioning all the decisions that led to that point, a toe in her vagina.
She
Look,
probably
she's probably okay.
Yeah, she probably didn't rethink it.
My name is Steven. I'm
At
one of your
least she didn't get dropped off on the side of the road in
four
Columbus.
co-hosts. Together with me are Chris, Trey, and Tucker. Say hello, fellas.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
So we are going to be reviewing the movie Tombstone after we move away from toe sex.
Your music's still playing. But
Yeah, no, I like it.
Is toe sex kind of like ear sex?
I guess. I don't know. If it
You've seen
fits,
that Family Guy episode, right?
yeah.
I don't know if you hear somebody coming or not.
If it fits, I sits.
But
But before we get to Tombstone, we'll tell a little bit about our weeks and what's been going on with us. So let's start. Well, Chris, you weren't here last week, so let's start with you, and we'll just go around the table.
Oh, I got a pretty good story.
All right, what you got?
So I went to the doctor the other day, the ears, nose, and throat doctor and all. And I was in there, and they did their, like the regular thing to send my device and all, which is hopefully now it's done with. I don't have to go back anymore.
wait, so you're like a fully operational cyborg now?
Yes.
Sweet.
Okay, cool.
It's all the operational. But while I was in there, I said, hey, I was like, I think I need to get my hearing checked out. And she said, oh, she was like, are you like having problems? I was like, yeah. My wife says that like she comes in the room every now and then and says, are you deaf or something? I was like, so I think I need to get checked out. Wait, so you get it, right? So it's a joke, right? She goes, well, okay, I'll go set it up for you right now. So I come out and it's like my hearing is okay.
Congratulations.
My hearing's okay. I think she finally picked up on it at that point because she said, sometimes we get selective hearing going on. And I just started busting out laughing. I was like, I was just joking around, but.
Was this Meredith?
Who?
Meredith?
No,
Oh, okay.
Nice. That's funny.
What do you mean? What are you shaking your head?
I know it's not her, no.
Okay. I mean, she's hot, so I mean, like, I get being
Oh,
dumb.
gosh.
Jesus.
I went to high school with her. I can say it.
Anyways, anything else to add?
No. Yeah, that was literally, that was my highlight of the whole week was pulling that joke, and it paid off.
Okay, real fast now. Trey, I know Trey doesn't care. You went and saw Spider-Man last week.
Did.
So
100% don't care.
yeah, so spoiler alert for anyone listening. We're going to talk about Spider-Man real fast. What did you think?
What
Fucking
do you mean?
sucked.
Which part?
Shut up, Trey.
I thought it was really, I'll be honest, it was predictable. It was really predictable and all. It was a good
It was
movie.
fucking great.
No, it was a good movie. I'll give you that. I think, well, here's the problem. Everybody told me how great it was. So I went into it thinking it's great.
Yeah.
So when that came out and it was good.
Yeah, I agree.
It kind of lowered it a
Yeah,
bit.
I had the same issue.
So it was good though. And I'll tell you what, the post credits were even better. I thought that was probably the best
so
part
like,
of it.
have you hadn't seen Venom?
Yes, I did. I watched it.
The new one?
Yes.
Okay, have you seen the new one? I felt that it was a good movie. It was really, really, really short, but I felt it was a good movie.
Way too predictable.
It's super predictable. It's fun to watch.
But again, the post credit is the best
the post credit is the best part of the new Venom movie. I mean, don't get me wrong. The movie is good. It's predictable, but it's good. The animation is good. The acting is good. All that stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what's going to happen literally in the first 5 minutes.
I think the main problem is that they give way too much away nowadays in their trailers and all that.
Yeah.
To where it's like when you go see it, you're like, okay, I already know these characters are going to be there. So
Well, and I mean, I actively avoided reading about Spider-Man and everyone, of course, Tobey Maguire and what's his face all denied that they were going to be in it and everything. But the one thing that I did see, I saw it on fucking Twitter, and it's obvious. In the trailer, you see that scene where it's all the bad guys and they're jumping in slow motion towards Spider-Man swinging in. And it's just one Spider-Man, right?
yeah.
But someone then zooms in to the lizard guy,
Yeah.
And he's flying through the air, and then his head just gets jarred away from him, where it's obvious he's being kicked or punched or hit by someone who's been edited out of the shot.
Yeah. Well, they've been known to do that, though.
Yeah.
Like, they'll put things in there that's not really in
Yeah.
there and all that, which is awesome, that they do that. But,
Yeah.
no, it's,
You said
I
doo-doo.
do. I do like the fact that now you can set up for another amazing Spider-Man movie.
They could. He totally redeemed himself. I always liked him. I did like him. His movies were not good.
I thought they were pretty good.
I didn't think they were that good.
Well, see, it was a little cleaner than I thought because, like, when someone told me he was going to shoot webs on some girl's face, like, I thought
Webs, not ropes.
same thing.
Yeah. I did like they also had that discussion with Tobey Maguire. He's like, wait, yours just come out of your
He's
wrist?
like,
yeah.
Yeah. He just mesmerized for the whole scene over that. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I gotta make the web fluid and everything. It's funny.
No, I do like it. I like how it sets up. I like how it ended.
Everyone
it's
forgetting Spider-Man or Peter Parker.
Peter Parker, not Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Peter Parker.
Peter
Forget Peter Parker. So it's setting up for hopefully somebody to turn bad now because of that reason. Mm-hmm. That
he doesn't know who
Peter Parker is.
Spider-Man
Peter
really
Parker.
is.
Yeah.
I could see Ned becoming Venom.
I mean, that's literally what we were just saying. We just didn't say the
technically,
name.
technically he'd become the Goblin.
No, I don't.
You don't think he'd become Goblin?
No, well,
I think they're going to go with the newer character. Yeah, I can see him become Hobgoblin. That's fine. But I would
Well,
I
I'm
would
just saying
love to
with
see him
this-
become the Spot.
I don't know that.
with the symbiote
Wait,
being there, I could see it attaching.
The Spot is able to open up portals for his fist to be able to punch through into other people.
okay.
Remember,
so he can
has
fist,
the
he can
ring
fist other
still.
people.
As far as we know, he still has the ring that Doctor Strange.
the sling ring.
Yeah.
So he can fist other people.
There you go. Or
Yeah,
himself.
there you go. So, I mean,
Hey,
I
when-
could see him being the Spot. It'd be an interesting way to bring him in.
When y'all are fisting, do y'all ever worry about losing your rings?
No, proper safety technique. Got to take the rings off.
I got these rubber ones, so if I did, it's okay. I got a whole pack of them. They're like $5 for a pack.
I'll go next. My week was pretty decent. I got a contract on one of my houses,
Nice.
so that's nice. It's been sitting on the market for a while now.
Good deal.
I think I'm working on. Well, I don't know about the condo. I'm still working on, and then I'm going to be listing another one. But I think I've already got a buyer for it, so I'll get both sides.
That's always better if you can get both sides.
Yeah. So, and of course, as I'm negotiating this contract yesterday, I've got someone calling me going, "Hey, we really like the house. I want to buy it for my son. Will you use a realtor?" I'm like, well.
Well, hey,
I was just honest. I just said, look, I'm negotiating a contract right now. If you want to send in an offer, I'll be glad to write you one sight unseen. But they just weren't comfortable doing that. So,
yeah. It's always interesting if you do the coming soon, like 2 weeks before it actually hits,
why all the people throwing in offers before? We'll see.
and not through another realtor.
Yeah. It's a good thought. I'll think about it. But other than that, it's been pretty quiet. I guess everyone's still tired from being sick and New Year's and all that stuff. So we've just been chilling out. Not much going on here, thankfully. Going out of town next weekend. We'll have to work on a schedule for this and to do family Christmas that we didn't get to do because Abby caught the flu. So
Yeah. Then, man, COVID is going around big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Omicron, so it's like
I give you that.
yeah,
I know,
I'm worried about Letterkenny because apparently up in Canada they locked some places down, like Toronto's locked down again or semi-lockdown, and they're worried about them canceling the tour.
Rosby just got it.
Did he?
Yeah, but he's perfectly fine though.
Okay, good.
They were really worried about it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually. It didn't really affect him.
Got you, Trey. What you got?
crabs.
Well, I mean, shampoo gets rid of those, from what I've been told.
Gotta have pubes to have crabs.
That is a disturbing thought.
Unless you get a mini beard. So, just saying. I don't think anything weird's happened this week. So, yeah, life's pretty
Your
good.
buddy's still in
I was
jail.
going to say that guy's still in jail.
Yeah.
So that's why it's been quiet.
Yeah, like in a second jurisdiction, like he's no bonded. So even if he got bonded out of the first one, he can't do anything. So
They take him directly to the second one.
Uh-huh.
That's good. Okay. Cool. Mm-hmm. All right.
Man, good times.
Anything else to add?
nah, if it comes to me, I'll yell out.
Okay, great. Moving on. Fan mail.
He got you so good.
I got you so good. Ah! Tucker, how's your week?
Tucker.
Nobody gives a shit.
First week back where we worked 5 days since Christmas. But little funny story. So my German Shepherd Bailey, she has discovered the door stoppers down on the trim mark at the bottom. Yeah. So about 3 a.m. every morning for the past week, I've heard boing.
I've been meaning to ask
sleep
you,
in a kennel.
why do you use a fucking dildo as a door stopper?
So you don't lose it. In me's butthole.
Me's butthole. It's good.
So
She's been waking me up about every night. Like I said, between 2 and 3.
doesn't she sleep in the kennel?
No.
Oh, she sleeps with y'all?
Yeah.
Do you have all 3 of those dogs in that bed?
Well, 2 of the 3.
Oh my god.
That's too much.
Yeah, that's way too much.
Piper likes to.
I dated a girl once. She had her dog sleep in the bath.
Piper likes to do her own little thing.
We used to have R3, but R3 are little dogs.
No,
so.
she had hers was like a what's it called? Blue healer? Is that what's it called?
Yeah. That's what Piper is.
One of those and a lab. No, she had a golden retriever. That's what it was. So it was like those 2 dogs, and then us would. I was like, man, I'll just go home.
Yeah, I don't mind the 3 little ones, but they had once Barley got sick in the middle of the night and shit on the bed. Basically, I was like, nope, no more dogs, because I don't want to just put one up. That's not fair.
Yeah.
So they all 3 sleep in the laundry room.
Well, if it's Barley, that's fair.
Why is that fair?
He's a little fucker.
He's not. He is to y'all, not to us.
He's a little ankle biting fucker.
Except for
Now, yeah, you're right on the boat, but
and
that's
we boarded him over Christmas break, and when I went to pick him up because I was afraid I was going to get that call, like, hey, he's really aggressive. Like, y'all need to come get him. I came to pick, and they're like, he was perfect. Everything was perfect. No incidents. I was like, you sure? And they're
It's
like,
because
yeah.
he had a new food guy.
I guess it was a new food guy. Well, it's just it was a new location. It's all location. That's the only thing. It's our house. When we took him on the boat with Tucker, not once did he bare a tooth.
Dog realized food guy 1 was not there.
Food guy 1. So we're on to food guy 2 now.
Yep.
I still have not started that book. The 3rd one.
I'm going to sometime.
I know. All right. So we'll move on to some fan mail. Fan mail. Plus, I get to play it twice.
Do we actually have any fan mail this
We
week?
do. Marcus sent us another one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So let's see. Hold on. I gotta get to it now. There it is. Oh.
Is it in English?
It is. It's kind of fan mail. It's all he said was, if you had not shown Tucker that video, please show it this time when he was with you, because the audio at the beginning was crap, which it was. I apologize about that. That was a recording issue. Do you remember the email he sent us last week? And he sent, and it was a
Does not resonate. I know he sent something.
I don't have it. Hold on. I'll see if I can find it. He'll talk about something interesting.
My hepatitis test came back. Got an A, a B, and 2 C's.
But nice one.
Yeah, it was like yours earlier.
I know, right?
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. You're a cocksucking ass licking Uncle Fucker. You're an Uncle Fucker, yes it's true. Nobody fucks Uncle Fucker like you.
That's from Marcus, by the way.
Uncle Fucker. You don't eat or sleep or mow the lawn. You fuck your uncle all day long.
So was it weird when he tried to hop in your bed during Christmas break?
Who, Marcus or his uncle?
His uncle.
No, I mean, he was used to it. Christmas break, Tuesday, day that ends in Y.
Yeah.
So, you all right over there, buddy? You good?
Just listening to you fucking idiots.
Whose fault is that? Okay, let's see.
I need better friends.
We will, and I meant to talk about this last week. I totally forgot. We'll remind me, please, when y'all to remind at the end. We'll give out some kind of year-end stuff, even though we're already into the new year. But I meant to give it out last week. But after that, beyond that, I don't think I have anything else. So we'll move into Tombstone. Did I say that we were doing that already?
No, now you did.
Sorry. No, I think I did earlier.
I think you did
No.
at the very beginning.
I think I did earlier.
Shut your mouth. He didn't.
Well, it's going to be on the episode name. People know we're going to be talking about it even before I tell them. So
Look, just because you have Alzheimer's.
They made us be like,
Can't
why he
remember.
died? Tombstone?
it's just going to be a picture of a tombstone.
What?
Here lies what's his face.
Here lies Lester Moore, 4 slugs from a 44. No less, no more.
LES less.
Yeah.
Old West people can't spell. Okay, Tombstone, moving into it. And so this is Tucker's choice. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the intro stuff, and then Tucker's going to do the synopsis.
Did Tucker actually write a synopsis, or
Probably
is he just
not.
going to read off
Twitter.
something else?
It's not from Wikipedia, at least.
Okay, there you go.
It is directed by George P. Costamastos and Kevin Jarr. Of course, Kevin Jarr only directed the scenes with Charlton Heston in it. So, stars Kurt Russell. That's a long list, but I want to get them all in because Yeah, it's an ensemble. Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, Michael Biehn, Powers Booth, Robert Burke, Dana Delaney, Sam Elliott, Stephen Lang, Joanna Pecula, Bill Paxton, Jason Priestley, Michael Rooker, John Tenney, Billy Zane, and Charlton Heston.
So there's like 7 people I've heard of.
So loaded cast.
There's one guy that's not even on here. The guy who played Sandman from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He was in this also.
Michael
maybe
Rooker
it
was in
wasn't just up. Maybe
I said Michael Rooker.
Did you? I didn't hear you say him.
I think I did.
He did.
maybe just
Yeah.
wasn't as big enough star at that point.
Yeah, probably
Then
not.
they'll list it.
I can't look at Michael Rooker in any movie he's in and not think of
A Mary Poppins bitch.
no Days of Thunder.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
I've seen it, but I don't know what
Basically,
it is.
Top Gun on a race car.
Yeah.
Remember, I was telling you
Yeah,
like
it is.
a long time ago, I confused
It's so
Michael
true.
Rooker with the guy from T2 that ruined the movie with the little dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I confused those two.
Silver Surfer.
Robert Patrick.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer.
Okay, it was released on December 24th, 1993, on a budget of $25 million, which is $48.1 million today. Box office haul of $56.5 million, which is $108.7 million. Jesus.
So it was a financial success.
Yeah, financially, it was pretty. It was. I think it said it was critically acclaimed. Not the most successful movie.
So, real quick, where do you think this ranks at as far as box office hits in Western movies?
top. I know because I read this. So I'll leave it to y'all then. I don't know. No, I don't remember, but I remember reading something about it.
I'll say top 3.
Top 3?
Top 10.
Nope. Number 19.
Oh wow.
Guess what the highest? I got it listed.
No,
the
by all
highest
means.
one was Django.
Django Unchained.
Django
Yeah.
Unchained.
I don't really view that as a Western.
I don't
Out of-
either.
Yeah,
Really?
well, that's the thing about it. It's
Well, it
classified
was
as one.
set in the South primarily, so
Yeah.
Some of these.
But it was gunslingers, so
So
Ish.
ish.
out of the 90s, out of the top 100, right? There's 20 of them from the 90s. They were the top grossing Westerns. Mm-hmm. That's
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good. But Dances with Wolves is the highest 90s.
See, I wouldn't consider that
Number
really a
2. It's actually
Western.
number 2.
I mean, it does take place out west.
Yeah, I give it more of a Western than Django Unchained.
Yeah, some of them
Yeah.
don't make sense to me. Like they have.
It's not. He's not a cowboy.
Yeah.
Well, number 25
Buffalo
was
Soldier.
City Slickers too.
That's fair. That's true Western.
That's a Western.
You think
Yeah,
it
it
is?
is
Do
a
you feel like
Western.
it is? But you know, I didn't see
It's
on
a
the list.
comedy.
The
It's a
Legend
comedy-
of Curly's Gold.
Yeah, it's a comedy
Yeah, that's how
western.
Curly got his
But
group
you
back.
say that. But you know what I didn't see on there that I kind of feel like should have been was Back to the Future 3.
Oh,
I feel like that should have been.
Yeah, that should have. That should.
That's as much of a Western
But
as
It really.
Django
It's a
Unchained.
sci-fi
So
western.
get
really.
look at this.
Kind of like what is it? Cowboys versus aliens.
Other ones from the 90s that ranked higher than Tombstones was also Maverick at number 5, Legend of the Falls
movie. I like
at number
Maverick.
7, Unforgiven number 8, and then Tombstone at number 19.
Where did Top Guns 2 hit? Or not Top Guns.
Top
Young Guns. Young Guns
2. Okay.
Young Guns 2.
So I
Not Top
decided
Guns 2.
to throw this in. Young Guns 2 is at number 24,
Okay.
and right above it, number 23 is Young Guns.
That's fair.
I put that on there
Has-
because it's in 1988. So it's
Has
right
anybody
above.
watched Young Guns recently?
No,
Fuck yeah.
I don't
dude.
think I've
Tiger
ever
Blood's
watched
in
it.
It's that movie's a guilty pleasure, but it is so you watch it now. And
I love
it's
Young
so
Guns.
80s stylized.
Which one, Young Guns?
Yes.
I love it. I
That's
think
a-
it's great.
So
Wyatt Earp finished out as far as the top 50 goes.
Yeah, I was
Of,
going to say because Wyatt Earp came out like a couple months after this, and they were actually hoping that Wyatt Earp didn't do as well as this
It's
did.
number 39 on
Yeah.
the list.
Didn't do as well. They thought it would, considering
same
Well, it's
topic.
almost
Same
4
topic.
hours long too.
Wyatt Earp is.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I figured y'all didn't have that, so I was
Yeah,
like,
I like
I'll
it.
throw out
Appreciate
there.
The Wyatt Earp movie with
Wasn't it Costner?
I think it was
Costner,
Costner
yeah.
actually was almost
Really?
almost 4 hours long.
Jesus. Something.
That's a long ass.
Once upon a time in America.
But you know,
Without
it
the
just
phone ringing?
shows. But it just
Yeah.
shows the difference between director style. You know what I mean? Because it's like pretty much they're a lot of the same movie in a certain sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, we know what would be a successful running time for our show, yet somehow we still fucking go way over it.
Right at an hour, and it's always an hour 30, 45.
He's not wrong.
Okay, ratings. IMDb gives it a 7.8 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes 74%. Metacritic is only at 50%. Google users. Chris, Trey,
Go ahead.
82.
Oh, 86.
87.
91.
See, I wanted to go high, but I thought if everyone
I
else
think the
was going
50
low.
is what threw me off
Yeah.
when you said that 50%.
Right? I was kind of surprised by the Metacritic. Okay, first time you saw the movie.
I mean, I'll go since I picked this movie. Man, it had to be right after it came out. This movie. I've seen it, God, at least 50 times.
Really?
Yeah, love this movie.
Okay. Chris?
I saw it when it came out on VHS, of course, with my dad.
Yeah.
But we loved it so much that we had our own copy of it too.
Y'all bought the copy?
That
Yeah.
you stole from the video store?
I mean, it's stealing from ourselves, but sure.
Yeah, exactly. Trey?
First time I truly remember it's college.
Yeah.
Freshman year.
Really?
Yeah.
That long?
I mean, I probably
I
saw
think
it
this is-
before that, but I don't remember it.
Okay.
It
I mean,
didn't stand
that's
out.
I'll be honest
fair.
with you. I think I probably watched it on VHS with my dad when it came out, and I have not watched it again since yesterday.
See, this is one of those movies that I've had it on VHS, I've had it on DVD, I've had it on digital download.
I think I had it on DVD
And
too.
even though I have it in like 3 formats, if I see it on TV flipping channels, I'm gonna fucking watch this movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's been on TV all week this
Yeah.
week, by the way.
Has it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I don't
been
have
on
cable,
TBS
so-
or whatever it was. It's been on
But
there
yeah,
all week.
if I'm flipping channels and I see it on HBO Max or Hulu or something, I'm gonna fucking watch this movie.
But I guess I made this 90s
Oh shit!
point
Hang
because
on.
I wasn't.
Point of order. There was one thing that happened. I finished that fucking movie,
What
The
movie?
Headhunter.
Oh, did you really?
did.
The one that cost you $4.99.
Yes, and it fucking sucked. Stupid ending. Fucking blows. All right, go ahead.
But I
Thank
was
you.
gonna
Do you
say,
feel better now?
It's so damn dumb. Like
Get
so
that off.
dumb. And the thing is, like, as you're watching the final scene, like you're like, yeah, this fucking happened. And sure enough, it fucking happened. And it's like,
We're getting way off topic.
It's all right.
fucking
All right.
sucks. There was only 5 people that worked on that fucking movie. 5. And
Are you serious?
And you can tell.
And 4 of them were in it.
Yeah, I mean seriously. Like,
What were you saying, Chris?
I was going to say, being a kid from the 90s, bringing this list up, the reason why I brought
all
it
right,
up.
first of all,
was
you were
because-
not a kid of the '90s.
No, 1890s.
Yeah, exactly.
1890s.
No, he just feels like a kid in his 90s.
That's
I
called,
raised
that's called
Billy.
dementia.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I babysat Billy the Kid, by the way.
That explains why he ended up the way he did.
As an orphan.
Yeah,
He was pretty
and a
gapped.
sociopath.
He was pretty gapped up looking and all that. He may have been mine. I don't know.
There was a long line, but
He
you
did.
had the exact
I mean,
change.
I have seen a picture. I've seen the picture of Billy the Kid, and he's got that dopey look. So yeah, it could be yours.
Yeah, right.
And, and if you watch the movie, he's got that scraggly little, I don't know what you would call that you have on your chin, but it looks the same.
7 hairs.
It's the shaggy.
There you
It's the
go.
shaggy chin. Shaggy
You like it?
Do.
That's good. No,
Some
I don't
de-
think I saved since like
Some
Christmas
definition.
time.
Yeah,
That's probably the last time I shaved. But
So
anyways,
have you
no,
shaved since Christmas?
yeah. I did shave.
You just so you didn't want to.
Nah. I was about to go back to work, and I was like, man, I just can't.
You bastard. We had a bet that he kept
The mustache and the soul patch.
the mustache and the soul patch.
Oh, I would have loved it.
I think I was going to give you $50 if you
Yeah.
kept it for a month?
Yeah, to end of February, I believe.
Yeah, in February.
You couldn't do that.
It looked really bad.
No shit. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why people make bets with you on doing that stuff.
No, I'm not. Gonna, I have a
will-
job.
I will bump it up to 100, but now it's the end of March.
speaking of that,
That's a good deal.
Speaking of the mustache and all that they grew their mustaches
Yes,
and all
they did.
out for this movie.
Yep.
Well, Sam Elliott didn't. He already had one.
That's true.
I'll tell you what. For that
Although-
deal, I'll go just mustache.
Although with Betty White dying, somebody protect Sam Elliott because that man's a national treasure.
Fair.
All right.
Actually, I'd be more apt to do just the mustache and not because it's
Nope,
the soul
you gotta
patch.
you gotta leave the
Like
soul patch.
how old am I? I'll be 40 years old this year. I'm too old to rock a soul patch.
Hang on. How much are you offering him?
$100.
I'll throw him 50 if you go just soul patch.
That's that is sadly the only facial hair I ever rocked. And this was like back in 2011.
You know what? I'll let you shave the mustache. $100 from me, $50 from Trey. Soul patch stays on until the end of March.
I'll tell you what. My first freshman year of college, I went just sideburns.
Nice.
Like
I don't have anything.
Big old
Wow.
mutton chops. Like,
I don't have anything.
Like
It's
Mungo Jerry.
It's like
that's
clear
what it looked
here,
like.
and then it starts like right here, and it's just like patchy and gross, and then I get a little bit here. I'm just saying all here for everyone that can hear me. Like down on my chin and my cheeks, and then a little bit on my chin, soul patch.
I'm glad
and
you didn't say
mustache.
jawline since you can't see it.
You're one to talk. Trying to make a fake one with a beard.
He's got more one than you do at this point.
Dude, I've lost 20 pounds.
Nice.
Good job.
Seriously, congratulations.
I'm back down to one chin, I feel like. Almost.
You're not.
Almost. Almost. Okay.
Why do you think I have a beard? Because I'm fucking fat. I know I got like 2 or 3 chins going on.
All right.
Isn't that right, Al? You fucking piece of shit.
Jesus.
God almighty.
All right. Here we are, 25 minutes into it. That's how long it took.
All right.
Thanks for listening, Al. Appreciate it, bud. I think we'll still get the download.
All right, so this is not a plot summary from Wikipedia, so you should be impressed.
I'm super impressed.
I'm not. It just meant you Googled and went to the second option.
He went to page 2 of Google.
I'll Google that.
All right, so Tombstone and the surrounding area of Cochise County are controlled by the ultraviolet outlaw gang known as the Cowboys.
Come on, make sure you can speak.
In 1879. The Cowboys are identified by the red sashes that they wear around their waists. The gang is led by Curly Bill Brocious, played by Powers Booth, and his second in command, Johnny Ringo, played by Michael Biehn. As the film begins, the Cowboys ride into a Mexican town and interrupt the wedding of a local
stop
police
screwing up.
officer. The gang proceeds to kill the attending policeman,
Today, Junior!
as well as a priest who curses them for their violence. The educated Ringo tells Curly Bill that the priest was quoting the Bible and referencing the infamous fourth horseman of the apocalypse before the gunman killed him.
Good? Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that our top point right now?
That's first.
Holy crap!
10
That's like
minutes
the
or so.
yeah.
Dude,
I was
you
like,
literally
that's,
just
that's
made it
only the
like-
first 10 minutes.
Not even. Like, you made like 3 minutes into this movie.
That's important. That is an important part of the movie, especially that Revelations quote.
But he's
Sean-
right. It's only like 3 minutes because the
But
first
Sean-
like 7 minutes is a black and white copy of like the.
I actually, when I started
talking about the Cowboys.
when I started watching the movie on that Cinema HD, the first 2 options were some other movie, it wasn't Tombstone.
saw on Prime Video, it's free.
And then, I didn't know that.
With commercials.
With,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to watch. I don't want the commercials. So, anyways, I'm lazy. So then I start the third one, and it was black and white, and I was like, I don't know if this is fucking it either. So I literally Googled how does Tombstone start, and it was like black and white. I was like, okay, there you go.
You know, I never thought about that. I never realized it was black and white at the beginning of it either.
Yeah.
I did
Oh,
read.
you colorblind?
No, he's just blind.
Watch yourself. I'll go get that checked so I can have a note to show you. So now anytime my wife says, you're deaf, I'm going to be like, yeah. I got paperwork that says I'm not.
But I will say this: one of the interesting
What?
things about the black and white part is, I think the very end bit where there's a cowboy shoots into the
Right.
camera. That was from the Great Train Robbery.
Really?
One of the first.
Thought it was Alec Baldwin.
No,
Too soon?
dark.
No.
But no, it's from. But they
No,
don't
it's
know,
not too soon.
They don't know who the actor is. They were going to credit him, but they can't because they don't know who it is from the Great Train Robbery, from that movie.
Really?
Yeah, from like
Oh,
18.
that's cool. I didn't know that. But no, I think that opening scene's kind of important because it sets the tone for
how violent they
how
are.
violent the Cowboys are.
Yeah.
But then also you pay attention to what that priest is saying when he's quoting Revelations. And I actually told you all this earlier. It's Revelation 6, chapter 6, verse 8.
I didn't pay attention to speaking Spanish.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Ringo,
And they didn't interpret it either.
Ringo did. Johnny Ringo interpreted it.
Johnny Ringo.
He just
Well, he
he's
had to
talking
because-
crazy about
Well, because the
something.
other the other
Hispanic
Hispanic in
guy.
the group didn't really speak Spanish. He didn't. He called him Ringo called him an ignorant wretch.
Fair enough. Okay.
But okay, so anyway, meanwhile, Wyatt Earp, played by Kurt Russell, arrives in Tombstone, Arizona, where he reunites with his brothers, Virgil, played by Sam Elliott, and Morgan, played by Bill Paxton, and their wives. The retired police officers have plans to settle down in Tombstone and begin a business with his brothers. At the same time, Wyatt's friend Doc Holliday, played by Val Kilmer, makes his way to Tombstone with his traveling companion, Big Nose Kate. That's her real name, by the
It
way.
is.
Yeah.
I saw that. I looked it up.
In
Because she's
hopes-
Hungarian.
Yeah. In hopes that the dry climate will mitigate his tuberculosis. Once in Tombstone, Wyatt takes over an interest in a faro game at a local saloon from the abusive Johnny Tyler, who had a great cameo by Billy Bob Thornton.
Wasn't it his first movie?
I don't think so.
I thought it. I think.
But he was
I don't
fat,
know, I think
so-
kinda
He was fat. I was really surprised.
No, that's the one I like better though. Like
Fat
when
Billy Bob?
he went skinny and all, I was like, it's
When
not the
did-
same.
Bad Santa Billy Bob Thornton was pretty good.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's still not the
and
same.
Pushing 10, Billy Bob Thornton was pretty good too.
I also read that he actually didn't have any written lines. He improvised all that.
Really?
Billy Bob Thornton. That's what I read on IMDb.
Well, I said like 4 words.
Still,
So
That was
Wyatt
funny
is,
when he was talking about like how annoying the guy was blowing the smoke. Where's my
Can we do
sister's
Swing
kids?
Blade sometime?
oh, that's a good.
I've
one.
never seen it.
Wyatt is approached
sure
by
we can.
Mayor
I
John Clum, who tries to convince Wyatt to become
French
a law
fried
enforcement
potatoes.
officer, but Wyatt tells him that he wants to remain retired. The Earps make a deal with the
Don't talk
local
about
corrupt
taters.
Cochise County Sheriff John Behan to purchase lots for homes at the edge of town.
Some people call her.
Actors Josephine Marcus and Mr. Fabian also arrive in town the same day as Wyatt and his brothers, as does Holiday.
I have no idea what you just said. I'm sorry. It's hard reading, man. You're trying to focus and you fuckers are like doing shit. It's hard, isn't it?
No, mine's soft right now.
You're not doing it right. Oh, man.
What?
Can we acknowledge that all the wives are hotter than like Wyatt Earp's wife? Like,
Oh, hell yeah.
every other female in this is hotter.
Well,
Yeah.
it's because she was an opium addict. She's asking somebody for fucking laudanum within 45 seconds of meeting them.
I would love to try laudanum.
Because she has a headache.
It's because she's an opioid addict.
Well, that's not the point.
I'd like to try laudanum though.
Whiskey, laudanum, saw.
So that scene with we were talking about earlier with Billy Bob Thornton in the saloon, the Oriental, which was the name of it, by the way.
Yep, that's the name of the hotel in the movie.
Yeah,
Why are you saying that?
Because that's what it was.
that's the name of the saloon.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's the Oriental.
Like the rug?
Exactly.
Okay.
Is that more ornamental?
I loved the barkeep in that when Wyatt Earp goes in and says, asks for a cigar and whatever. And
Yeah.
it's like, what's your name? I'm Wyatt Earp. Sure you are.
Sure you are.
Nobody believed him at
But
first.
I mean, I guess he was really that famous in real life, wasn't
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
he? I know.
One of the things I do love about this movie throughout the whole movie, it is fairly historically accurate. They embellish some stuff, but it's more or less accurate.
Most of it is accurate, though. I don't
It
think
is.
there's much of it.
Some of the body counts, especially towards the end, which we haven't gotten into with the Earp Vendetta ride, that's embellished, and we'll get into more of that stuff later. But it's pretty accurate. He made enemies with the Cowboys pretty quick when they came to Tombstone, which I've actually been there, by the way. That's a cool town to go see.
Really?
Yeah. When I was a kid, we went out to Arizona, saw the Grand Canyon, that sort of stuff. But we did get to go to.
You went and
Tombstone.
did that, but you didn't go to the fucking donkey show.
No, you can't see how life is made, but go over here to OK Corral, see where life ends.
So
Hey, no, that's actually really cool because the OK Corral, it's the area that they had their shootout. Now nobody can see this, but it's smaller than this
Oh,
basement.
yeah, it's tiny.
It's probably, from the back door to.
Well, your basement's what, about 15 yards at least, so 45 at least.
45, 50 feet. That's probably about right.
So there is a graveyard there, right?
Oh yeah, Boot
With
Hill.
Tombstone.
It's called Boot Hill,
And it's got Val Kilmer has a tombstone there. FYI.
That's
Or it has
crazy.
a grave spot.
That's crazy. He's not dead
That's-
yet.
I know.
Yeah.
That's where he's
Just
going
his
to be
career.
buried.
Just his career.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
They exchanged gifts after the movie, and he bought him the burial spot and
That's
tombstone.
a
for that.
little morbid.
Yeah.
No, it was just
I think
kind of
that's
one of
pretty
those
awesome,
like.
though. in a
But
way.
then Val Kilmer bought him like a little piece of land there.
Kurt Russell? Mm-hmm. Damn, that's a hell of a rap gift.
Well, see, I would love to.
I usually
Well,
give
I'm sure
people
it was-
high fives.
Probably cheap.
Hey,
I mean,
what do
he
y'all think
lives there.
about going in on like a mining claim? Like you can buy them fairly affordably.
Yeah, we're not naming one after Whitney though, because he names one of the mines the Matty Blaylock when he wins it at the Pharaoh game.
Okay.
Okay, I mean,
But don't we have to go out there and then mine it?
you have the right to.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not a big miner. I don't really know how to mine.
You know, we can go to Arkansas and like go pan for gold and
Diamonds.
shit and diamonds.
diamonds. Yeah. But I think anything you find, you have to turn in.
No,
Did they change that back? Because I know
I'm pretty sure like you get to keep it.
I know back in the 90s, if you did it like a state park, you had to turn that shit in.
At the state park, but like there's other places you can go.
Oh, okay.
All right, keep going.
Okay, so
Yeah. Pretty interesting.
Well, yeah,
we're
we're
getting character development is what we're getting.
That's what we're getting here. The violence continues to increase in town, and Virgil begins to have difficulty turning a blind eye to the Cowboys' dirty deeds. Additionally, the Cowboys appear not to appreciate the Earps and Holiday in town either, and make veiled threats against them. At the same time, a romance begins to blossom between Wyatt and Josephine, despite Wyatt living with his common-law wife, Matty Blaylock. Matty, who is also succumbing to an addiction to laudanum, which is, we just listened
Yeah.
to the Time Suck episode on
The
opiates.
policy at that place is finders keepers.
So losers will be weepers then.
Correct.
I believe so.
So,
Legally.
I will not be grabbing a tiger by the toe, though.
One night, Curly
Just
Bill
the tiger.
begins shooting up the town after he
What if he
leaves an
hollers?
opium den.
Well, then you have to let
Surprised,
him go.
surprised I didn't see Maddie in there either.
Unless you got tiger blood, and then you fucking win.
Christ. The town law enforcement officer, Marshal Fred White, goes out into the street to disarm the intoxicated gunman. Curly Bill shoots White while playing around with his guns. Wyatt knocks Curly Bill out and disarms him, placing him in custody. The arrest angers two cowboys, Ike and Billy Clanton, who demand that Wyatt release their leader. Holiday and Virgil rush in to back up Wyatt, and Curly Bill is placed in jail. However, a few days later, the criminal case against Curly Bill is dismissed due to lack of evidence.
Is that the same Ike that married Tina?
That's
Equally as violent.
Different Ike. So
I don't know. This
Which is
this
not
Ike was
true.
crying a lot. The other one, I think he's more the winner of those fights.
Who was that? Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was looking at something.
all right, so did anybody notice Curly Bill didn't? He was not intending to shoot White or Sheriff
So
White.
yeah, that was a question that I had, and I found my own answer when I've got this for later on. So let's not go too much into detail about
Sure.
what really happened.
Sure.
But you're right. He did not, because I actually put that question: did Curly Bill mean to shoot the marshal?
Yeah.
So it was an actual
But
accident.
this scene has one of my favorite quotes in the movie when Ike comes out there to get Wyatt to let Curly Bill go and whatnot. He's got Ike Clanton, or Curly Bill's guns, and all the cowboys are coming around. Hey, let him go, Law Dog.
You know, it was crazy though because, you know, when he shot the sheriff, he did not shoot the deputy.
He did not shoot. Well, there wasn't a deputy to shoot.
There was.
Well, not
And
in
he
the
didn't
scene.
shoot him.
Not in the scene. But when
wasn't
when Ike
self-defense.
comes in, Wyatt Earp stone cold puts that gun to his head.
Oh,
and
yeah.
goes, "You die first."
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I love that whole quote. "You die first. Your friends might get me in a rush, but not before I make your head into a canoe."
So my first note that I actually made honestly when Wyatt Earp met with the girl out on the trail.
Yeah,
That was during this portion, correct?
I think it's a little after that.
A little bit. I'll say this: this movie is super 90s.
Oh yeah,
Like the cinematography and the music and just the overacting.
Well, the problem is they didn't name the movie like in like one of the lines.
Yet, not yet. They'll get there. I think they do get there.
Yeah, I'll let you know it's not.
I will also.
Wait, did they have a song called Tombstone?
They probably did have their own theme song.
I think
No,
Kenny
I mean-
Loggins did it.
Well, yeah, I was going to say where they actually said the
Paula
word
Abdul.
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
I believe it'd probably be Bon
Michael
Jovi again.
motherfucking McDonald.
I like Bon Jovi.
Tombstone.
I'm going down in Tombstone, Arizona.
On a dude.
Tombstone.
Oh, so now you want to write the music for it.
80 synth, not quite. I will say this, and I mean this. I understand that it's character building, but the pacing in the early part of the movie until that first confrontation when the sheriff was shot, or the deputy, or whoever got shot, the pacing was real slow. I understand
It builds.
I felt
builds.
it got like a little slower like towards the end. Like it sort of like dragged on for me. But
It did a little bit at the end. I agree with that. Also,
It builds a lot at the beginning, I think, because it shows the Earps trying to transition from that law enforcement role they've had for many years into civilian life, to where he basically goes in there. He goes into the Oriental and kicks Billy Bob Thornton out of his job.
yeah.
I think we've talked about this before with you saying that. You know, we talked about that before, how movies nowadays have a problem doing character building. Where back in the 80s and 90s and probably before then too, they did more character building
Well, I
to
think
let you get to actually know the characters and all.
Yeah.
That we've been too spoiled now with just action.
yeah, it's just so consumable
Yeah. And
without much depth.
well, see, it
Yeah.
just felt like they forced the love story into the movie.
With Josephine,
Yeah.
No, because that
felt to
actually
me like-
happened.
Yes, but I mean,
That actually happened.
it still feels like it's forced. I mean, like I don't give a shit about that. I
Josephine
can give less
becomes
than
his
two
wife.
fucks who he marries or who he leaves. I want to see him kill some fucking bad guys.
Which he does.
well, and it's kind of sad because, like, I mean, he's been with the first woman. I mean, I understand you have to follow your heart, but
they weren't together for that long. Maddie Blaylock and Wyatt Earp were not
Yeah.
together, but for maybe 4 or 5 years, and they were common law. They were never legally married.
Well, you're a guy.
does that make it better?
You're a guy. You want to go to the movies with your
Did
girlfriend.
you ever cheat on a girlfriend?
No,
Liar.
not that I'll admit to here.
Why did you marry that girlfriend?
No, absolutely
well,
not.
All right, well then I think you're safe if you admit to it.
I will say also, and I talked to you about this last night. I was really surprised that I mean, this was '93. I don't even think. Well, I guess opioid addiction was a thing, obviously,
Yeah.
but for them to address it kind of like that, you know, kind
Tucker,
of surprising.
did you ever see Casey naked, the roly poly Casey.
Dude.
To be clear,
I just didn't want to let you live it
not
down.
Joe's
Like you
wife,
said.
Casey. The other Casey. From way back when.
Yes, like the one that he named.
Yeah.
On this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I fucked
I'm
up
going
like
wailing.
30 episodes ago, and fucking y'all won't let me forget it.
Nope. We're almost. I forgot. Oh, I gotta look at the date.
Yeah, we gotta watch Sling Blade now.
Even
I was
though
gonna
this
make
is-
a reference to like him being like Sling Blade and the girl that Sling Blade starts dating.
Jesus.
Was it like a similarity there?
Oh my god.
You walk awful fast.
even though this is episode 52, we're not quite to a year yet. So, we'll yeah, we need to.
Are you going to splice together like the best of?
You think I have time to do that? Barely got time to do anything.
You could grow a soul patch and
You could make $150 doing
I'm
it.
not going to grow a soul patch. Let's
you
see.
sort of have it going on right now.
I know. I haven't,
Just let it keep
I haven't
going.
shaved since Friday. What was the
Friday
other
of
thing?
last week.
No, you dick.
You would look hilarious with that fucking smiley face, freckle, like birthmark, and then like your soul patch.
God, I hate you so much.
He'll look like a villain from a DC comic.
He'd make his boyfriend.
I would say MCU, but he's too weak for that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Have y'all ever
No, you're
noticed?
not. No, you're
right.
not. Don't lie.
I'm Mr. Smiley Face, soul patching up. I'm doing your character for you.
Oh, gee, thanks. I really appreciate that.
Have y'all ever worked like in a service industry?
He gets
like,
intense. He
where-
bites on his palm to show the soul patch.
like in like a
No, I never worked in the service industry.
what, listen to the second part of this
Okay,
though,
okay.
where you have like a same sex couple come in and you assume that the dominant one is the one you give the bill to.
See, now the way you get around that is just put it on the table.
Put it on the
and
table.
walk
Yeah,
away.
right in the middle.
exactly.
Not me. I'm beta cucking somebody. I'm like giving that to whoever I think the top is.
Well, you search your
I
masculinity.
was about to go somewhere.
How have you-
It's true. I am.
How have you
I would
not
give
been
it.
sued?
I would probably give it to the one that looked older because they're probably,
more financially.
Yeah.
sure, we'll say that. It does involve money.
Tucker, in your expertise, is it usually that the older one recruits the younger one because they're weaker and can't fight them off? Is that how you got?
Did you pay the bill or your uncle?
Actually, his uncle always does because he is rich.
Thanks for confirming, bud.
I hate all of that.
I know. It's probably it's warranted. All right. I think I've made all my points.
Okay, go on.
Anyone got anything else to add?
No, let's keep
Oh shit, we
going.
really hadn't talked about the movie at all.
No, we haven't.
I have. Thank you very much.
Because you're like, you spent like 15 minutes on the 3-minute part already at the beginning of the movie.
Well, when you talk about like the rich one and like the softer younger one, I mean, like Billy Zane giving it to Jason Priestley.
They are gay.
It's implied.
It
It's
certainly
definitely-
seems
yeah.
to come across.
Yeah.
That's
That's what it. I don't want to say that's what it felt like because that doesn't sound right.
you would know.
Yeah. One of them lost that love and feeling, and I hate it when he does that.
Well, they never close their eyes anymore when they kiss their lips. So
Jesus.
Super villain soul patch over here.
Now you got to do it. Now you got to grow the damn thing out.
no, absolutely not. I'm gonna make an appointment tomorrow for the dermatologist for my face. And I'm shaving you assholes.
I got you, Batman. I'm sorry.
We got 15 minutes.
Okay, USA.
I think that's more of the fatality button, but yeah.
Oh man.
That is the best cut down any of us have ever given anyone in this group.
Oh God, I hate you so much.
I'll bump it up to 200 if you grow that fucker out.
Let's go. Come on.
Fuck am I?
Oh God.
All right.
It's gonna be the longest episode ever.
Right. Virgil reaches his limit and his conscience compels him to become the new town marshal. Wyatt is furious as his brother Morgan becomes Virgil's deputy. Virgil implements an ordinance that everyone is required to surrender their firearms in the city limits. The Cowboys are not fond of Virgil's law, and the Clantons get into a confrontation with Virgil after getting drunk one night at the saloon. The Clantons return the next day with some other Cowboys, drunk and armed. Virgil decides to go down and disarm them at the OK Corral. Wyatt...
What happens?
Right? Let's keep going.
Okay.
Wyatt, Holiday, and Morgan join him. A gunfight ensues in which Billy Clanton and the McLaury brothers are killed.
Wait, hold on. Before they didn't Wyatt get deputized?
He did.
Before.
Right before
the OK Corral, because he goes home and he gets his 10-inch barrel and all that stuff. Sorry, not the throw in.
No. It's not. I guess it's not the same day as the OK Corral, but in the movie, it's like
before,
5 minutes before.
Okay,
because he's telling.
Because he got mad that they were deputized, but then this happened.
Then the Cowboys start causing shit, starting shit, and
today, Junior.
Right. And Wyatt tells him, "Well, guess you better swear me in."
Yeah. Okay. I want to make sure I had my notes in the right order. Okay.
Let's see. Virgil and Morgan are both wounded in the exchange. Ike Clanton is the only survivor of the Cowboys in the gunfight. Short time later, the Cowboys enact revenge on the Earps, killing Morgan and severely wounding Virgil. Virgil survives the attack but loses the use of his arm. Wyatt and his family decide to leave Tombstone, but before leaving, Wyatt tells Curly Bill that it's over. But the gang leader tells Ike to take some men and kill Wyatt and Virgil. At the train station, Wyatt has anticipated the ambush and kills one of the gunmen and disarms Ike. Wyatt is joined by Holiday and 3 former Cowboys, Sherman McMasters, Turkey Creek Jack Johnson, and Texas Jack Vermillion. Wyatt has taken up the badge of a U.S. Marshal and warns Ike that he is coming to kill all the Cowboys before turning the Cowboy loose. Turning Ike loose. There you go. That's kind of confusing the way that's written.
So this was the train scene.
Well, we've gotten through the OK Corral and we've gotten up to the train scene.
I meant to say this when we were talking about the OK Corral earlier. So what I read was that when the shooting started, the men were only like 6 feet apart, and it only lasted, like Tucker, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Best 30 seconds
there
of your
was
life.
And there were 30 shots in 30 seconds.
Do you know there was another Earp there at the OK Corral?
There was. They had another brother.
There was actually, what was it, 9 siblings, I think it was,
Yeah.
they said,
Yeah,
total?
there was a shitload of them.
Yeah.
And there was one more that was there, but I guess they probably didn't have enough of background story on him to actually say, let's put him in
they
the
were
movie.
all... So Wyatt Earp
You only had so much money
And
to
the
make
other
this
ones at home eating a sandwich while this is going on, by the way.
I did read that. You're absolutely right.
Is one of the women making the sandwich for him?
I mean, probably. It was
Probably,
1890, whatever it was.
Would your wife make you a sandwich?
Probably
No.
not. But I wouldn't want her to
Try.
because she'd probably make a crappy sandwich.
I don't eat sandwiches, and I'm just going to abstain from what I was going to say.
Probably.
Discretion is the better part of valor.
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
probably best.
right.
I will say this. I like the symbolism, although very overt, of when Wyatt changes his jacket.
All right, fuck it. I'm going to say it. You know, he could have gone back to the Oriental and had them make him a sandwich.
It is an operating business, so yeah, that makes
Fair.
sense.
I also like the when they're doing their slow motion walk to the OK Corral.
Yeah.
There's that building that's on fire in the background, and I just thought this. They're going by it, and you see one guy run out with one bucket of water, throw it on this building that is engulfed in flames, and then he runs off.
Gotta go get more water.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to be like, bro.
It's in the middle of the fucking desert.
Bro, yeah. First of all, where's the water coming from? Second of all, that's not going to help, buddy. I'm sorry. You just got to let that one go. Chalk it up to
I'm just coming
insurance.
from like a well or water trough for the horses, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, the town probably didn't have a fire brigade.
No. And then let's see. Oh, I also read that all the. Let's see. Hold on. This might be part of my trivia, but I'm going to give it away anyways. All the dialogue during the OK Corral shootout was like accurate.
Improvised?
No, accurate.
Oh, accurate.
Accurate
I did
for
not
what
know that.
was reportedly said
Okay.
at the OK Corral. Even Doc Holliday's "You're a Daisy If You Do."
That's actually a Doc line.
Yeah.
It was in the newspaper of him saying that.
So,
But
I'm sorry. At this point in the movie, you realize Ike Clanton is a little bitch.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, it took you this long to figure it out?
You know he's a dumbass the whole time through, but you realize here that he is a chicken shit coward little bitch.
so at the train station, I'm bringing up the point of the train station.
That's fine. We can get there.
When they're there, well, you may wait. You want to go and do the next section, and I'll come back to it.
No, because we've already
No,
talked about the
the
train
they've
station.
seen the families
one
off.
thing that they've got in here is that Turkey Creek Jack Johnson and Texas Jack Vermillion were cowboys. I don't remember them being cowboys.
They were.
They had sashes. They threw them down.
Yeah, they had. Well,
No. That
Michael
was,
Rooker.
Michael
Rooker's
threw his
character.
down.
I don't know about the other two.
I don't think the other two were cowboys.
I bet you they were.
Well,
I'd be willing to bet they probably were.
Something
But
for you to Google, then, isn't it? But in that scene where Wyatt shoots, oh shit, what's his name?
is it Thomas Hayden Christian?
Stillwaters.
Thomas Hayden Church's character. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, not
He
Ike,
played
but
Lowell on Wings.
not
Yeah.
Ike, but the guy that was with him. I think it was
Ned and
Stillwater.
Stacy.
But so
His
that scene is actually historically accurate to a point because he was a deputized U.S. Marshal. He did go to the train station to see his family off and ambush the Cowboys, but there was like half a dozen other U.S. Marshals with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's actually what got the warrants put out on them from Cochise County.
For going to the train station and
Yeah,
killing the
because they
Cowboys?
didn't. Yeah, they basically shot him in cold blood.
But they
Here-
really
here-
didn't, though, because they fired a shot, technically, into the train
In real life? Or in the movie?
in the movie.
I don't
Did
think
he
they
get-
shot. I don't think
did
he
he
shot.
get-
I
did
think
he
he
get a-
pointed. I think he was pointing a gun. I don't think he shot.
Okay, well, I mean, to me,
No, granted, yes.
the threat's there either way.
No,
It's
I get that, but I guess what I'm saying is the way that I read on multiple sources when I was doing research on this was they just showed up at the train station and fucking
Just shot him.
killed Stillwaters.
Yeah. This is kind of a weird thing I noticed also. After the gunfight, they're back at the Oriental and they're eating. And you noticed that, I don't know if you noticed, but I noticed that Wyatt Earp, he's eating, I guess, Chinese food? Because he's eating
Yeah.
it with chopsticks?
Looked like maybe sushi or something like that.
So do you think that's actually period correct?
No.
I mean, you think they had like little wooden chopsticks like that back in the day?
I mean, did they? Yes,
not?
but was he eating, with
Yeah.
the
Well, I don't
official
know. I
tools
feel
of
like
that sort of food? No.
I think Doc is probably a little bit more world renowned than the others. That he's probably crossed certain paths and all that. That he probably does know how to.
You talking about Wyatt or?
Wyatt using
Yeah,
chopsticks.
I don't think he's so. This movie shows Wyatt or all the Earps in a really, really good light. Yes, they were lawmen, but they were also fucking cattle thieves and all sorts of other shit too. They were
Really?
not
Well,
as
but Wyatt made his bones as a peace officer.
He did.
Like, was
He
it
did.
Missouri or
Kansas.
Yeah.
He did. That's what people know him for. But he had a dark side to him as well.
I think
where
everyone
he
does.
was- well-
The duality of man.
Well, I mean, like, there's always a fine line between cops and criminals. Like, always. Like, they're right at the edge, and sometimes they overlap.
I think you have a cop that might
you
disagree
talking
with
about Training Day?
I'm just talking about cops and criminals in general.
No, I mean he's not wrong because most of the best police officers have a
You toe the line.
have
I
a
mean,
past.
Yeah. Well, everyone has a past.
I mean, I look at all the stupid shit I did in college. I should have been. The statute of limitations is passed. I can talk about this now. I should have gotten arrested a bunch for all the stupid shit that I did, especially alcohol related.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so I think that
Not like you do anything hypocritical ever.
no. I think that the really good police officers are the ones that did stupid shit when they were growing up.
You kind of Trey. You asked me this question. We did Platoon the other week. If you were to go back in time to OK Corral, Tombstone, that kind of thing, what do you think you'd do?
What do you mean?
Like, what would your job be? You think you'd be a gunslinger? You think you'd be a farmer?
Dirt seller.
I mean,
I just sell
He'd
dirt.
be a mortician.
If
I
I
think he'd be a
if I
mortician.
was in Tombstone, I'd probably be a miner.
Yeah.
Like, it's sort of a tough question because I know what my
What would you-
I know what my family history is.
What would you want to do? How about that?
I mean, like, what I want to do? I'd probably like to be a gambler.
Professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Holiday was.
Yeah.
One of his many occupations. Dentist, gambler, gunslinger.
So we got the doc.
Yeah.
Tucker, what would you want to do?
Prostitute.
Again? Why go to the past to do what you're doing now?
Yeah, but I want to get paid for it this time.
Oh, that's fair.
So many dicks. So many dicks. I just don't want to let them pass.
I could see myself as either a gambler or a barkeep.
Be kind of cool.
Own your own saloon sort of
Yeah.
deal.
Chris?
Knowing me, I'd probably work in the Oriental.
You just be a
in
cook
the back
again.
cooking.
You'd be a
Probably,
cook again.
probably
Look
would
at
be.
these fucking hands.
At least I can worry about a damn fryer.
It's true. That's true. It's gonna be a big old griddle, I guess.
Yeah, instead of just having like
No, it's
grease
gonna be
burns on his
big-
hands, like
Chris got those stoves.
Chris can have like charred marks where he like reaches into the oven barehanded and fucking pulls it out.
Hey, you're not going to have to clean anything because there's not going to be anybody coming to inspect it.
Yeah, no
That's
health
true.
inspector.
Yeah, no health inspector.
Just
So that
on
helps
one
you
of those
out.
black kettles, it's gonna be 1,000 degrees back there.
It's all going to be seasoned up really good.
I think I'd want to be really and honestly the people who make money.
Really,
back
a Nazi.
then. Really and honestly.
Okay. Whew. Heard it wrong. Sorry.
Jesus.
Thought it was a Freudian slip.
This was before then. This
Well-
was before then.
Well before
So,
then.
Okay.
Probably an undertaker or like a
Oh, so you can touch
like a mortician.
so you can touch dead people's bodies. I got you.
no because
It'd be a SAR on the
Dead
run.
people's dicks.
what's it called?
Or boobies.
Well, they really started out as morticians. Really started out as furniture makers. What's the word I'm looking for? God, carpenters.
Carpenter, yeah.
They started out as carpenters, and then people would be like, "Hey, will you build me a coffin?" And they found it's actually more profitable to be,
Yeah, wasn't like
Everybody always dies.
the barbershop worker was also like the dentist in all
Usually,
those
yeah.
towns?
Sometimes, yeah.
because the
Had the
chair. Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's the only downside. I mean that. And, I mean, imagine going to a prostitute that's been 3 days since her river bath and all the clients she's had.
Ugh. Well,
STDs were pretty rampant, I think.
yeah, well, they kind of cover that a little bit in A Million Ways to Die in the West. Y'all seen that? movie,
Yeah,
right?
it's been a long time.
It was not a good movie.
It was
I did
not.
enjoy
It was not a good movie, but
It had some funny spots,
it,
but
it did. But it was not great.
Well, I
But
knew
they
it
have a
would be great.
scene where I guess one of the town prostitutes comes down and she's got like herp lip and
well, the point I was getting at is that just none of us chose to be lawmen or gangsters, and we're not going to be getting any shootouts because that would be you got to imagine that. I mean, 30 seconds, 30 shots. That's fucking
well,
terrifying.
it depends on how many people you got shooting. You got 10 people shooting. That's 3 shots each.
That's about what it probably went as. Just boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
I'd much rather be working the shotgun than the pistol at that point.
Well,
Well, it depends.
but you got to think too. A lot of that was before they were rifling the barrels. So you're talking about shooting smoothbore pistols.
Are they? But they're still. It's not a ball. It's a bullet, though, right?
It is a bullet, but you're still talking about a smoothbore
Yeah.
pistol. So it's not going to be accurate past about 10, 15 feet.
Well, they started
They
out
were
6 feet apart.
No, I get that, but
Which is why I said I'd rather be working the shotgun, just
it's
doing
kinda-
some
it's-
sort of damage.
kind of hard to miss with that.
Yeah, but the only
10
problem
feet.
is you only get 2 shots, and then you got to pop them out. It's not even a rack. You got to pop out the barrels and put 2 more in.
Yeah, but I figure if you're in that situation, you got your 2 shots, you drop the shotgun, and then
you go to your pistol.
That's what Doc Holliday did.
Well, he was carrying 2 pistols too.
Yeah, whoever Thomas Hayden Church's character was, they lit him up. But anyways, okay.
All right, well, hold on. The
You're
train
a
part.
daisy if you do.
Oh yeah, the train part.
Yeah. So in the train part, the train number was 5150, which we talked about this earlier about that being is it penal code,
No, it's just a
police code.
police code, like a radio code.
Right. It's the radio code, police code in California for a crazy person. Which
So-
it kind of overshadows like how he's becoming. Well, how
Yeah,
Wyatt
or
Earp is becoming.
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's foreshadowing how he becomes crazy. He becomes obsessed.
I don't know. You can kind of see it in his eyes.
No, he's
You
definitely
can literally see where he's
he-
kind of
he was pretty obsessed with banging that
Josephine
singer.
Marcus.
Yeah, from the
Yeah,
first
well,
minute he
actress.
saw her.
So I think he becomes obsessed, which I get that because these fuckers have just shot up his family, tried to kill, killed his younger brother, tried to kill his older brother, and tried to kill all of their wives. So hell yeah, I'd be out for blood too.
Oh wait, so this is after Morgan's been killed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I was going to also say then the storm scene, like
Yeah,
when
where
Morgan dies
where
and he
they
goes
shot up
outside. Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
I found that I understand it's dramatic. I thought it was a little overly dramatic. I mean,
I
it's
think that's the-
93. I get it. But
I think that's the part of the movie where it sort of drug a little bit after the OK Corral
Yeah.
until we get to the Earp Vendetta ride, which we're about to get into.
also,
Thunder.
is that Thunder?
Yeah.
Sure as shit was.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Dang. When Morgan dies and then he looks at his hands and he's got literal blood on his hands and it wouldn't wipe off again. Just it kind of punches you in the face a little bit, you know.
Well, So there was a scene earlier where they were at the theater. We didn't really cover that because it really didn't add that much to the movie or to the plot. But where they're talking about afterwards, where he's talking about this whole spiritualism thing, and people talk about seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, and all this stuff.
There's no light.
And he's laying on that pool table, going, "I don't see a goddamn thing."
I read that his actual last words were, "I guess this will be my last game of pool." Because while his death was accurate, it did not happen like they're saying, like it's showing in the movie. In real life, who's the other brother? Virgil was injured like a month after the OK Corral, and then
it wasn't all the same night.
It wasn't the same night. It wasn't the day after, anything like that. And then Morgan was killed like 2 months later, same way, shot in the back in a billiard place playing pool.
It looked like they were in the Oriental.
But
it did look like
you can't drag.
Yeah, well, yeah,
because
because it was in the movie. It was because the bartender was the same.
Exactly.
It was Milt.
So this is also then. So we did the. That means that we had when Wyatt was driving the carriage and he talked to Curly Bill.
Yep. And tells him it's over.
So okay, all right. Last little point I'll make, and I'll let you get on because I know we've been stuck here for a minute. When they're having their exchange, Bill is sitting in front of a store, right? Now, I don't know. I was trying to look at different things, whatever. And there's a sign behind him where they're all sitting, and it says "Fresh fish delivered daily." We're in fucking Arizona in 1893.
It must be out that creek that they were in later
How
on.
the fuck do they get fresh fish delivered daily?
You've never heard of the Pony Express?
But they don't even have ice. Like, where's it coming from?
I think it's salted.
Out of a creek or something, though.
Yeah, it could be coming out of a river.
Could
I was going to say, you have that creek that's there, so that could be
a pretty big creek. I guess you could get some
You could always salt down the fish
Trout.
and ship it that way. We're talking about the Pony Express.
But it's not that. Then it's preserved. It's not
not
not fresh.
No,
It
was when
says-
they you wash that shit off.
It was when they caught it. Yeah.
People don't know any different.
It's one of those things. I was just like, I'm sitting there. I'm trying to pay attention to what's going on, and I think this is also a sign of it was kind of dragging at this point, the pacing and everything. And it kind of took me out of it when he comes out with the blood on his hands and he's in the street screaming. It's like, okay. So I kind of got out of it a little bit. So I'm looking at other stuff and not really listening to them. That's why I noticed this in the background. I started thinking, who the fuck gets fresh fish in Arizona?
You do have the train,
Well, yeah, and you got rivers that run through.
and that train's coming by, so you don't know what all they have on it. It could have a daily
Colorado
supply.
River that runs through.
Nah, because it's in South Arizona.
Oh, whoa,
Damn.
that was loud.
So you have
Shit.
the Babo Kamari River near Tombstone, Arizona.
Okay, so somebody could be fishing on the river every day.
Yeah. Which would make sense because when Wyatt was out there with the harlot, they
So
were
there's
out
plenty of
riding the
ways.
horses and there was like water down below.
With the harlot.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You know, and it comes down to point to this: what would be their definition of fresh fish?
That's true too.
So let me ask you
Anything that
this.
smells like something you get above that saloon.
Let me ask you this: if you guys were in Wyatt's position,
Just like the women 3 days.
wouldn't eat
3
the
days
fish.
after their river bath.
If I was in Wyatt's position, I wouldn't eat fish.
if you were in Wyatt's position,
It's turned.
and you and you had an opportunity to get a jump on the Cowboys and take them out to the train station, are you going to let Ike live?
I would not know.
He's trying to send a message back there.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Not me. I'm going surprise.
Yeah.
I'd rather kill all of them there than fucking go find them.
So they don't know. So they don't know
This
he's
is a
coming.
valid
you on
point
that.
because they may come after and look for Ike.
Yeah.
If he's dead, they don't know about it. You know, they may be like, "Well, hell, it's dinner time. He ain't been back
but,
yet. Let's
I mean,
go find him."
News would travel. News would
News
travel.
does
There were
travel.
fucking 50 witnesses on the train station. It's on the train platform.
True.
Well, I mean, you got to think though. And for the movie purposes, that is what allowed them to set the ambush at that water hole.
Yeah.
Which we're about to get to.
Yeah.
Which is probably. The
I will say,
Babo
and this is just
Kamari.
something I read just out of whatever, but so we kind of discussed this a little bit. There were two directors, one left after only shooting a little bit, and so the guy who came in, George Costamastos, whatever. He said the reason he came in when he read the script was that he liked that the fight at the OK Corral did not end something. That's what actually started the action. And most
Makes
people,
sense. Most of them would be like, "That's the climax.
that's
of the
the
movie,
climax
so
of the
that's end
movie.
it." Yeah.
Exactly. That's what most people think. I mean, I honestly, really honestly, I was never a big Western fan growing up. I mean, like I played Army more than Cowboy and Indians, you know. And
That is not politically correct. You cannot say cowboy and Indian.
Yeah, Cowboys and Orientals.
Cowboy and Native Americans. I'm sorry, but that's not something I did. So I've heard
Well, no, because cowboy's gender exclusive. So wouldn't it be
cow person
cow person
and Native Americans.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways,
I don't know why the Native Americans were fucking those cows.
Don't know.
getting its spirit power, man.
No.
Yeah, that's how you make a cow person, because like you gotta
Cow
fuck a cow.
person.
Or let a cow fuck you.
But point
I've seen that
is,
movie. It doesn't end well.
I knew about the shootout at the OK Corral, but I never knew, honestly, until recently. I didn't know about the vendetta right afterwards.
Yeah. So, and that's the part where we're getting to right now. Got two paragraphs left.
Okay.
All right. Wyatt's posse systematically kills all the cowboys.
You misspelled pussy.
In one incident, Wyatt's group
got a
finds
toe in it.
themselves pinned in by Curly Bill and his gang near a creek. Wyatt walks directly into the line of fire and kills the Cowboys' leader and several of his men while simultaneously avoiding being shot himself. Holiday's health continues to deteriorate while they are on the hunt for the Cowboys. Oh, this is one thing they never mentioned. Well, no, maybe they did. Holiday had tuberculosis or the consumption, whatever they want.
Consumption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was tuberculosis.
They called him a lunger.
Yeah, Lunger. Holiday's health continues to deteriorate while they are on the hunt for the Cowboys. Wyatt is forced to leave Holiday at Henry Hooker's ranch, played by Charlton Heston.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. When he is challenged by Ringo to a one-on-one gunfight. Before leaving, Holiday tells Wyatt that he can't beat the cowboy gunfighter. However, Holiday shows up to the gunfight in Wyatt's place and kills Ringo. With the leadership eliminated, Wyatt's group finishes the job, killing the remaining cowboys. Sometime after the events in Tombstone, Holiday is sent to a sanatorium in Colorado where he is slowly dying from tuberculosis. Wyatt continually visits his friend despite Holiday's request for him not to. Holiday implores Wyatt to forget him and pursue Josephine to begin a new life together. Wyatt leaves his old friend who dies shortly afterwards. Wyatt reunites with Josephine and they begin a romance together that lasted until his death in 1929. So one thing that they don't show here, they tell you at the end of the movie, but you don't see it, is Maddie Blaylock, his common-law wife in Tombstone, she actually died not long after. I think they tell you that at the end.
Yeah, there's a end screen card.
Nothing. There's not even like a fuck you from him when he leaves her. It's just like she's there, gets on the train, and then you
Goes.
never see her.
Never see her again.
So
kind of weird. I have to wonder if there was any tension on set because Val Kilmer, Doc Holliday had every good line in this movie, and I wonder if anybody else was pissed.
I don't know because.
Well, look, I was okay.
Because Wyatt Earp's line on the train platform, you tell him I'm coming and hell's coming with me.
Yeah, see,
That's
that
not
was
nearly as good as.
I'll be a huckleberry.
I don't know.
It's good. It's a good line.
I see a red sash. I kill the man wearing it.
And it's overacted.
Yeah,
It was a little
no
much.
Daisy.
Could you imagine though if Val Kilmer does such a good part? Could you imagine if it would have been William Dafoe?
Oh man, that
Oh
would've been
Jesus!
crazy.
Speaking of which, like, what would you have rated that movie last week?
Yeah,
know
I
this
was
is
going to get
poor
to it
timing, but I
afterwards.
mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm curious.
It would have been 2.
Too.
Definitely
I think
2.
that's about right. I think I'd have done about a 2 as well.
It was a great movie.
Did you finish it?
I did.
Yeah.
I finished it that night y'all left.
It was a great movie.
Let's see. So talking about the vendetta right here, this is one of the parts where it's historically accurate, but the body count is grossly exaggerated. In real life, or in the movie, they show them killing, 20, 25 cowboys?
I don't know.
so.
Probably.
Are we talking about just on Earp's part? Because I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of dead
Well-
hookers out there.
I'm talking about.
I think there's a lot of dead hookers in the desert.
I'm talking about all the guys going out chasing down the cowboy gang. They kill 20, 25 of them ish, roughly.
Yeah, maybe.
In real life, they killed 4.
That's probably about right. Yeah. About
Really?
4.
Yeah, in real life, the vendetta ride.
That's
they
sort of
killed-
like Tucker's sex numbers. He'll probably tell you about 20, 25, but really it's about 4. And all of them weighed over 300 pounds.
I wish I had like a foghorn. I need to get a foghorn sound. Like a ship.
For what?
For a ship. For going whaling.
Like a tugboat.
yeah, like a tugboat for going whaling.
So, and I do think it's cool that when Wyatt Earp died, he had like early up and coming Hollywood Western stars as his pallbearers.
It's because he went to Hollywood.
Became an advisor.
He did, but I think it's cool that he was that respected.
So, okay, here's my question. Obviously, Doc faked how sick he was to go meet with Johnny Ringo. But Wyatt left before him. So how did Doc Holliday beat Wyatt Earp to Johnny Ringo?
He took a faster horse and a more direct route.
Okay.
Willing
possible.
suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not what I'm focusing on.
Yeah. And we all, and so again,
Well,
that was Johnny Ringo's death was fictionalized.
Well, nobody
No,
knows
he
how.
really died.
No, he did really die. But
Nobody knows how.
they don't know how.
No,
who?
no, they know how. Bullet to the temple.
Well,
They don't know who.
yeah.
Yeah,
How's that?
If it was himself or someone else,
no, I don't think it was himself.
probably not.
I mean, that not unless like you got one bullet and you got the Indians closing in on you, so you don't get
Fair.
scalped.
Yeah.
I could honestly, I could see it being Wyatt Earp, but he walks up there and just instead of having a fair duel, he just walks up there,
Yeah.
comes out from behind a tree and pops him.
So this is I was going to mention this earlier, but I didn't. But like the whole bit when so Wyatt goes ride through the field with Josephine, and then I thought about saying something about it then. I was like, yeah, whatever. But then the whole like the ride where they're shooting everyone all the time, blah blah. It's actually pretty dangerous to ride a horse in a grassy field like that, because like out in open desert it's fine because you can see the ground. But if you have a hole or something that grass has grown over and a horse,
You're getting thrown.
I mean,
Well, the horse is going to
that does-
fall. And
the horse is gonna
maybe
break a
his leg,
Yeah.
and then you're getting thrown off.
yeah, and you'll have a horse fucking land on you. So tell you only to, I mean, obviously you can check the ground and everything.
Hey
but just-
Tucker, based on your college experience, what was it like having a horse lay on you?
It's not that part. It's just having to feed them afterwards. It was the biggest issue.
Yeah, that's fair.
Of course, when it was a guy, I guess that'd be more like a rhino. It was a big horn.
Oh, what?
Heyo.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Anyway,
So you said they called a charge for killing the guys on the platform, but everything else, like all the other people that killed, they never got any charges or anything like that.
so Sheriff Behan in Tombstone, they actually took out warrants on Earp and
Yeah, but he was already in like the Cowboys' pocket as far as
well,
this is concerned.
as far as the movie's concerned, yeah. But in real life, Behan took out warrants on the Earps for the train station killing and some of the Vendetta ride, and Wyatt Earp basically gave him the middle finger and said, "No, you're not fucking arresting us.
Not today.
We're federal marshals."
Not today, Junior. Okay. Anything else? I don't have anything else to add.
And trivia.
Yeah, I can do trivia. Give me 1 sec. Let me get to it. I was trying to look at something. Okay, top 5 trivia of the movie. Yay! If I can find, there it is. Okay, number 5.
Wait, hold on. Are we doing actual trivia or is this
God
this
damn
again?
it. No. Oh, I did not miss you last week. I did for a second. Now I don't. So, number 5, the tombstone at the beginning of the movie that states, "Here lies Lester Moore, 4 slugs from 44, no less than more." That is a real tombstone in Tombstone, Arizona.
And I had a picture taken next to it.
Very cool.
Yep.
But yet not the donkey show.
God damn, not the donkey show.
All right, here I'll get.
It was Chester the Molester.
All right, the filmmakers behind Tombstone paid attention to the historical accuracy and even put Wyatt Earp's real-life 5th cousin in the movie as Billy Claiborne. Wait. What was his name?
Billy Claiborne.
No, the cousin, you dumbass.
Wyatt Earp.
I have no idea.
Susie.
Wyatt Earp the third.
What is Susie?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to answer in the form of a question. Number 3, all the lines spoken by the actors during the pivotal scene at the OK Corral are said to be historically accurate,
True.
based on historical sources like newspaper reports from Tombstone that chronicled the famous shootout. So Doc Holliday did say, "You're a daisy if you do."
Do you think Doc Holliday had a death wish?
Also,
Absolutely.
Also, at the end of it,
instead of like
when-
a slow death, yeah.
Yeah, he wanted. I read something that said that I don't know if he said or it was theorized that he became the gunslinger so consumption wouldn't get him. That's why his last line is what's his last line?
something about damn.
Damn.
He looks down at his feet.
I'll be damned though. This is funny because he wanted to die with his boots on. And I think what I read
It's the
was
argument, yeah. That's the reason why behind it. It never says that's why, but
Yeah.
that's the argument.
Would
It's
y'all be
something I
interested
read.
in like riding over to like his home? His
where is it?
childhood home?
In Georgia?
It's in Georgia.
Yeah.
I'd be down. That'd be cool. Let's see. Number 2 in the film, Curly Bill is depicted as deliberately shooting Fred White. In reality, Curly Bill claimed that the gun accidentally discharged, and it actually hit
What is something Tucker does all the time?
him in the groin.
No, actually in discharge.
I think that'd be more Steven taking one in the chin.
Oh, man. But here's the deal. He survived for 2 days and corroborated Curly's story before succumbing to his injuries. So it wasn't lack of a witness. He actually, in real life.
Yeah. So in the movie, I never got the feeling that Curly Bill intentionally shot Sheriff White, because when he takes the guns, he flips some handles around, but he has the hammer cocked, and these are single action revolvers. So when he's handing the guns to Sheriff White grabs it by the barrel and pulls it. So with his fingers still in the trigger guard, it goes off. It was not an intentional death, but.
Well, and for his part, Bill expressed genuine remorse over White's death, as he had personally liked the marshal despite their being on opposite sides of the law. So. And number one, and I think this is crazy. As extraordinary as the scene was in which Wyatt kills Curly Bill in the river,
historically accurate,
in the creek, it is actually true.
True.
During the shootout in the creek, when Wyatt kills Curly Bill, the next person he shoots is Johnny Barnes, the cowboy who yells "Jesus Christ." As in real life, Wyatt shoots Barnes in the stomach. However, Barnes was not killed on sight. He managed to escape and died in a farmhouse. However, before dying, he told the story of how Wyatt really did walk into a hail of Curly Bill's gunfire unscathed. See, it's hard. Walked right up to Bill and shot him point blank with both barrels of a double-barreled shotgun. Yep. Number one.
That's and that scene leads to another great Val Kilmer quote in the movie, where I think it was Texas Jack goes, "Hey, where's Wyatt? He's down by the creek walking on water."
That's true. That was a good line. All right. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. So, I just want to throw this out here. I didn't say what day. Oh yeah, it does. So, I guess we'll do our ratings and reviews.
Sure.
Or ratings at this point.
All right.
You got that over there?
Sure.
Okay. Chris, you go first, bud.
Yeah. So I gotta give this a 1.5.
Okay.
Solid rating.
Yeah, because I mean it's for. When you look at it and you say, okay, how historically accurate so much of this movie is, and knowing that they were actually able to come off with such a good movie compared to a year later.
Yeah, Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp comes out, and they, same deal, trying to be historically accurate, and how boring that was. That it's like,
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, knowing all that and all, it's like, yeah, they did a really great job of this movie. And the casting. I mean, you couldn't pick a better casting. If they would have done William Dafoe, it would have been, I don't know if it would have been as good.
It would have been interesting seeing like Willem Dafoe's Doc Holliday like sashaying around a little bit.
A little more effeminate.
See, I don't know if we should say that because they did follow us back. The Willem Dafoe fan page.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, we have talked about how he has, every movie he's in, there seems to be some sort of homoeroticism to it.
Yeah.
He just... I
mean, yeah, you can actually take.
Well, I don't know if I'd say that in the original Spider-Man. Really, would y'all?
Oh yeah,
kind of would.
Yeah, he's trying to fuck up that young boy.
No, just his whole. I don't know, just his whole demeanor and everything else about him. There ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, he's a great actor.
Yeah, plays well. Okay, so I really liked it. I love the historical accuracy. That makes me really appreciate. It's hard. Some of the pacing issues kind of got to me, and I get it's the 90s, and Wyatt Earp was a little overacted, but overall, I still think just the historical accuracy of it is incredible. And for me, I would give it 2 beers. It's better than average.
Trey?
I love this movie. It is incredibly quotable. I think it's still relevant as far as the quoting ability. I'm going to say 1 beer, even though it does drag, because otherwise it'd be higher.
Okay.
So, yeah, Trey, I like what you said about the quotability. You still see memes for this on social media all the damn time. It's very, very quotable. I'm your Huckleberry. You're a daisy if you do.
I'm glad I now understand the context of those.
Yeah.
Did we talk about like the possible meaning behind that and everything?
What, I'm your Huckleberry?
Huckleberry?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pallbearer.
Pallbearer, yeah.
But also like the other possible meanings behind it?
Such as?
Like in old England, like if you had like a champion, they wore like a ring of like huckleberry wreath kind of thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It'd be a champion, so it could also mean I'll be Wyatt's champion in a gunfight.
Okay, I got you.
It's pretty
I
cool.
like that.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very quotable. It's a little stylized, and the cinematography. It is a little 90s.
Super 90s. Just like Terminator.
I feel like the pacing is really good for the first little bit, but it kind of drags in between the OK Corral scene and where the Cowboys go and try to shoot at the family and they get on the train.
Yeah.
Other than that, I really can't. I love this movie. I've seen it so many times it's not even funny. I gotta go with one beer. If it wasn't for the small pacing issues in the last 45 minutes or so of the movie, this would be a perfect film for me.
I think y'all have some nostalgia attached to this, which I just don't.
Yeah.
I think I may have watched this, like I said, one time with my dad, but it was like his choice and he was watching. I probably just drifted in and out. So
I fully believe this is Val Kilmer's greatest role.
I
think
I will give you that.
Cannot take that away. And he's been in a couple of good movies.
He was the best part of this movie. His mellowness of this whole thing.
His shitty Georgia accent, though, that accent was bad.
I mean, I don't expect anyone to do a good Southern accent unless they're from here.
That's
so.
true.
I mean, we don't sound like that. Oh yeah, sorry.
And plus, it's from the 1800s, so like it was probably a little more like that than we care to admit.
What's the?
Add up everybody's score, divide by 4, comes out to a 1.375, which is going to be a very, very highly rated movie on our
I agree
on our scale.
I'll add that and we'll see where.
I would also like to put this in my top 5.
Absolutely.
I was going to ask. Okay, top 5s. Going into that one next. Let's see. Here we go. Just to do it again. All right. So, I don't think it's not going to make my top 5. I mean, I like it, but I just think these other ones that we've done were more interesting to me.
Are you basing it upon the episode itself, or are you basing it upon the movie?
I think a combination of the two.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I mean, like, it's solely based on the movie. Like,
Gotcha.
I think you can do it. You can do your top 5 however you want to. If you want to do our discussion with it as well, that's fine.
What's my top
Real
5?
fast. Okay, my top 5 is Breakfast Club, T2, Sandlot, Back to the Future, Mail Order Brides. Chris, yours is Sandlots, T2, Trick or Treat, yep. Rocky Horror Picture Show, and Hubie Halloween.
Hubie Dwa.
Trey, yours is Boondock Saints, Mail Order Brides, Lone Survivor, Drunk Stoned, Brilliant Dead, and Sandlot. Tucker, you are Beer Review, T2, Gross Point Blank, My Cousin Vinny, Mail Order Brides.
this makes my number 3.
So remove Lone Survivor.
Yep.
Okay.
I can't get rid of Hubie Dwa. That's got to stay in my top.
Let me see mine.
You're at the bottom there. Compelling podcasting.
Okay, so drop Mail Order Brides.
Okay.
And move
that's
move,
blaspheme, sir.
Move Gross Point Blank and My Cousin Vinny down, but put Tombstone at number 3.
How the fuck can you like have it fall below other things? Like you can't be like
Is he rearranging his order?
Yeah, he's rearranging the order.
You can rearrange. You can do whatever you want.
you
No, I
can.
get what he's saying. If you slide it in,
Like-
the number
like-
5 should fall out.
Yeah, I think that's
Well, that's
sort
what
of how
that's what happened. He took off number 5. He's putting it at number
No,
3.
but he bumped his
But he
3
can
and
move-
4 up to like 2 and 3.
No, I guess you could think
bumped
your
my
order
3
again.
and 4 down to 4 and 5 and put Tombstone at number 3.
I get what he's saying. He's trying to even. I don't know. I guess you could rearrange order. If
I
you
don't
wanted
think
to.
you can. I don't think it gets better like as you stop and think about it and you want to keep it in for nostalgia or whatever.
It's fine.
Fucking bullshit.
It's his 5. He can do how he wants.
It's
to.
just about horror.
All right, so before we get out of here, just a quick update. So we started this thing almost a year ago. Our first episode dropped on January 21st of 2021. Now the first 4, they were basically the first 4 episodes were like 5 days apart because the first one dropped. Well, the trailer doesn't even say when the trailer dropped, so the trailer might have been was a couple of days before that.
Sure.
So the January 21st, January 25th, the 28th, and then February 1st, and then it went to a weekly thing. So January 21st, though, we're going to do is our 1 year, even though we were already recording at this point last year. What are you smiling at me like that for?
And we took us this long to find out your villain name.
Jesus.
I get you, Spider-Man.
Soul Patch Man!
Spider.
I hate you so much.
Is this Soul Patch Man?
So up until now, in 1 year, we've had 9,500, a little over 9,500 downloads, which I think is it's pretty good. I mean, we haven't had anything crazy. Our most downloaded episode is still The Sandlot.
Yeah.
But our most recent episode of The Eagles is
Creeping up.
creeping up really fast. That's That's the highest in our top 10 of all downloads. The most recent one is the Eagles, and it's in number 6. So it's creeping up there. And according to this, let's see, we've got 32% are by Apple, 30, almost 31% are Pandora, and then Amazon, Spotify are way behind that. 86.8% in the U.S., 86 U.S., 2.5% in Ireland, actually, and
Really?
Great Britain and Northern Ireland, 2.3 in Canada, 2.25 in Germany, Australia, Sweden, Japan, France, India, and the Netherlands. So, in a year, almost $10,000. I was hoping we get to 10,000. Maybe it's possible in the next 2 weeks.
Download to multiple devices, people.
Please do.
Al.
Otherwise, anybody got anything else they want to add?
Yeah, fuck Trey.
That's fair. All right. Well, you can find us on the web at theguysreview.simplecast.com. You can email us anything, and I will read it poorly at theguysreviewpod@gmail.com. Instagram at theguysreviewpod.
Has anyone checked on Eric lately? Like, he just fell off.
I talked to him Friday.
Yeah, he sent me I texted him this past week.
I was just making sure like his trailer didn't tip over or something. Whatever.
Was this weather out here making you think of him?
I mean, just more like he
just tipped on the door. He can't get out.
Yeah.
Twitter at @the_guys_review. And remember, there's a tweet at the top, pinned to the top of the page. Like it, and you can join in the DM group. It's been pretty active recently, actually. Facebook.com/theguysreviewpod. Please subscribe, rate, and review us wherever you get your podcast from.
He begs on this just like he begs Ashley for sex.
Spidey?
All right. On behalf of Chris, Trey, and where am I, Chris? Trey, and Tucker, I'm Steven. This has been The Guys Review.